What's going on, everybody? DOGMANDAN here. We are playing Destiny 2. This is the Festival of the Lost 2019. One of my runs back here in the event. I actually did this event within 1 week, I should say, um, and I managed to go from the beginning to the end and 100% complete the whole event in about a week, roughly a week. I hadn't really played too much of Destiny 2. I was just starting to really kind of play it a bit when this came out. And it is free to play, obviously, now, on Steam and everything. And so I had just started playing it. My gear score when I started this event was like 808. At the end of this event, I can tell you I'm now at a 940 gear score, which is insane for me. I've only put about 45 hours into the game so far as of this recording, if you will. Most of it has been spent on the Festival of the Lost. In terms of being a new player to the game, if you will, this event to me, it's been fun. There were some challenges in there, but it was something that was actually perfect timing for me coming in as a new player, with so many things in this game to learn and understand. It can seem overwhelming, and the way it currently stands as a new player, when you come in, you do that first, I guess we'll call it the introduction or the new player experience or the starting campaign, right? We're not talking about any of the other campaigns, just the starting one that gets you through the beginning main mission. And then what happens after that is pretty much the whole map is available to you to use. As you level up, different planets become available for you to go to. And there's no specific direction. Yes, you can follow and do the different campaign missions, which I still have yet to do. Or you can just go out and explore and start learning how to do things, which is where I was at. I mean, honestly, I still only have 2 achievements on my Steam profile as of right now for this game. But I have put a lot of time into it already for me. And I think if this event didn't come through, I may have just kind of pushed Destiny 2 a little bit more to the side than wanting to play it more than I do now. So now I understand. I know where all the different AI characters are on the different maps, the different worlds, if you will. I get the different types of missions that are out there. And there's a ton of stuff for me to learn, but I've now learned about the gear. I got my primary, the secondary, your third weapon, your melee, your grenade launchers and all that stuff. I understand that. I understand the different gear, some of the different gear types. No, I don't 100% know how to do like full-on modding to the max stats and this, that, and everything else. But if you guys know me, that's never really a concern. I just kind of set things up to where what I like playing and using is what I'll end up using, and I'll level up the gear and I'll mod the gear and I'll do all that stuff to the stuff that I like playing. I'm not about a min-max type of thing. I've never been about that, but I do like to try and understand a little bit about the stuff, and to some level I do want to maximize certain things, just basically to be able to enjoy my gameplay. I know dismantling gear, not the best thing to do. You don't want to dismantle the purples and or the the legendaries and the exotics and this, that, and everything else. And I get all that, but I'm gonna be honest. I did. I figured I'd take advantage of this event many times over. As I'm leveling up, I'm getting the same exact gear, but it's at a different level. So I've had like 5 or 6 of the same armor piece, the same chest plate, and one was like a 800 level, and the next one I've now got like a 930 level one. And so I figured I'd take advantage of dismantling and getting the different broken down pieces that I need to level up other things and turn in daily quests and such for materials. That way I could at least learn about modding, leveling the weapon, gear sets, and you know, how you expand on the game and whatnot. And this was the perfect event to do that, I think. You know, you had plenty of stuff in terms of triumphs and the lore and the actual season to try different things and do different things. You know, I picked up all the masks. There were 15, 16 masks, 14, 15, 16 masks. So I 100%ed the event. So I got all the masks. The hardest mission in this to achieve, the hardest event portion to achieve was that brilliant smile, where you had to do the quest around to get your toothbrush to brush your teeth. And I'll tell you, it was long and it felt at times maybe tedious because I wasn't sure what I was doing and I would spend too much time on a world, not knowing where the particular enemies were that I needed to kill. Or sometimes I was killing them, but I wasn't killing them correctly. I wasn't using a melee, or I wasn't using a specific weapon that was required. I wasn't using, you know, my special to kill them. So sometimes I had to pay attention to the mission as it was, and I'd forget about it because I'd get involved in doing other open world events and public events and strikes and this, that, and everything else in an effort to try to catch up and get all the candy and the chocolate and all those different things. So, but I opened up all the different levels or all the different worlds, and I went to every single one. And blah, can't speak today. And I can see, you know, progression wise, okay, this being a lower level versus this planet over here being a tougher level, I'm going to get better gear, blah blah blah. And that brilliant smile mission, while it did take me a while to do, was probably the best learning part because I went through every single place to learn about every single section. I'm not a huge lore guy. I do enjoy it from time to time. And then sometimes, you know, it's late at night and you just want to get through the damn thing. But I got the used toothbrush. I got the triumph completed. I was pretty proud about that. The event itself, when I first started, you start as a 7. You could be as low as a 770 to get into the event and start playing it. The challenge of the event was that you had to, in the 15-minute time, you had to go through at least a minimum of 9 levels. In order to be able to unlock the Braytech Werewolf weapon. Okay, the actual Braytech Werewolf weapon, and unlock the random roll weapon. So one was a complete actual event weapon, and the other one, after you got that, you go back in and you could use your chocolate and your candies and stuff that you pick up during the event and purchase it as a random roll, which wouldn't necessarily be the max level 950 weapon, but you would get different rolls on different stats to kind of play around with, and you can level them up. So it's not like you can say, okay, I got the perfect one, but it's only like a 900 level. But you take your weapons that you have, you dismantle them, you put them into that weapon, you know, for leveling it up and getting it to where you want. So there was all of that. The legendary Braytech Werewolf is actually pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best one, but it's pretty fun to play with, you know. For me though, as I went through and I collected everything, I suddenly, as I got higher up, I was like, what? I'm getting legendary gear, I'm getting exotic gears? Holy cow, this is like the first time. Like, first thing I got a tractor cannon shotgun. I was like, wait a minute, this isn't just general gameplay, you know? I wasn't trying to do anything special, any of those harder missions, anything that's like a level 950 mission or above, or anything like that, right? And so, once that started, and this was probably as I was pretty much at the end of the completion of the actual event, where I had just gotten the Braytech Werewolf. Now suddenly I'm getting all these I guess they're exotics, right? That's what they are. They're above the legendary, so yeah, those exotics. So the first one I got was a tractor cannon, and then like a mission or two later, I got an Arbalist fusion rifle, and then like a mission or two later, I got the Merciless fusion rifle. And then, you know, a couple missions down the road, um, I ended up getting the first piece of gear, which was the ACDO feedback fence, the gauntlets, which are pretty nice. The melee kills build energy, and being struck by a melee attack reduces incoming damage and unleashes an energy in devastating explosion, which took me a few minutes to understand that, but since I usually jump into the middle of things, I end up getting myself hit and a lot, and that explosion of energy was actually pretty cool because sometimes it would save me. But yes, I got that, and then I ended up getting the Suros Regime auto rifle, which I like a lot. Um, and it just kind of kept going from there, you know. So I've learned a lot. I thought the event was pretty good, pretty challenging, but mostly from a new player standpoint, it has. I know it seems weird, but it has actually allowed me to learn the game and how you level up your gear, how you power level your gear, how you enhance things, you know, what works with what types of weapons do I like? Do I like sidearms? Do I like the hand cannons? Do I like the auto rifles? You know, you learn the different aspects of each weapon, different gear sets. So I think for me it was perfect timing. You know, I encourage you guys, if you haven't actually gone out and played it now that it's free, to get out there and go ahead and download it and try it and play it and see. You might actually like it. It's a great way to relieve yourself from, say, other games that maybe you're getting a little bit tired of playing and you want to try something a little bit new, and just kind of take a couple hours and do something differently. And this is perfect for me because this, along with several other games that I've been playing, have allowed me to regenerate my enthusiasm for wanting to go back and playing some more Warframe, and understanding the two differences of the games, you know, Destiny 2 and how that plays, to me, completely different than how Warframe plays. Obviously, third person, first person, you know, the melee system is completely different. And I just think that what it does is it allows me to enjoy. You can't really compare them. You can say, yeah, they're both spaced games, if you will, or they're both not space games, but they're both sci-fi related type of games, if you will. But they both have two different complete ways of working. And I think that's pretty awesome for me. You know, I'm not too worried about some of these other games that have come out right now, and eventually I'll get like Borderlands 3 and all that stuff. But definitely enjoying it. I think it's a great game to look at least on the free-to-play level. Yeah, you have the Forsaken and the new Shadow Keep that you'd still have to pay for separately. I am in no rush to get to those DLCs. And you didn't need to have those DLCs for this event, even though I thought maybe it came close in that brush your teeth, the toothbrush mission. It came close because you had to go to those planets, but you were still able to get everything accomplished without actually having the DLCs available. And I think if I continue playing the game, and I'm sure I will, that we'll get to that point where I probably end up buying those extra DLCs to continue playing. I joined Janzer's clan on here, the Buried Hatchet clan, because I just didn't get a Nog Army clan started, and I wasn't sure if I should get one started in the game, if other guys would want to come and join the Nog Army on the PC side and help me grow the clan. I mean, I don't know too much about the whole clan system yet. I would like to. I'd like to get some active people on it, and see if we could, you know, get the clan going and whatnot in there. So we'll see what happens with that. But for me, thought-wise, I think it's been a great event. It was fun. I was constantly, whenever I was awake and I was home from work and I just had, you know, 20, 30 minutes to kill, I would hop in here and do a forest run. check my gear, make some changes to my gear, sell some stuff that I didn't think that I needed in an effort to grow my levels and learn more. You know, tons of cosmetic things that were in this game that were crazy different cosmetics and stuff. I was loving some of the different masks that came up during the event and being able to get every single one. I know some people sent me messages on Twitter that said, "Hey man, I don't know how you managed to do that event and get past round 9 to be able to get to that Braytech werewolf," but my max rounds was a level 10, so I managed to clear 10 rounds. It just happened, I'll be honestly, it just happened one day randomly. It was like a Saturday morning before the event ended, like just a couple days before the event. It was that Saturday morning. I logged on, and boom, there it was. There were 2 other guys. We got in, and we just went mad. Crazy. Went straight through it, 10 rounds in, and I was like, boom, awesome. And amazingly, after that, I probably had 4 or 5 more runs that day on Saturday that were all level 9, level 10 that we made it to. Just random people. So, you know, it's not that it wasn't unachievable. I think it may have been more achievable maybe if I was with a clan, but then again, it may not be. You know, it also depends upon everybody's levels and their experience as well. So maybe I got a little bit lucky, but I think the fact that I was just trying to go out and enjoy myself and have fun with the event instead of taking it to, well, man, if I don't get this weapon or if I don't achieve this or I don't achieve that, you know, like I said, I just want to play it and enjoy it. And I think the game itself is very enjoyable. I think the event was enjoyable. I'd like to see more events come out that are available for everybody. I know the next thing that's going on right now is something to do with Shadowkeep. But like I said, I'm not ready to buy into that DLC at this time. I plan on now going back and doing some more of the main stuff. I got a bunch of the triumphs to get through and the collections and stuff, and I will record and talk about it all. You know, but I also will go back and do those couple of main storyline missions that I understand are pretty long. Probably, I don't know, maybe record them, maybe live stream them, maybe just play them and then share my thoughts later. I know the game is like, what, a year old or something like that, so I'm not expecting people to be all over my stuff like, oh man, you're the best, because I'm just here for fun. I'm not trying to be the best. I just want to share my experience and say, hey, if you haven't tried it out and you've considered it, now that it's available for free, it's a good time to try it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with trying it. I think the game is pretty damn good. You know, so if you got comments, questions, if you can share anything, things that you suggest on better ways to level, certain types of gear that you might suggest, different types of weapons, special ways to be able to maybe get some of these random exotic drops that you've tried that seem to work out well, you know, feel free to leave those in comments below. I'm always willing to listen and hear and try to learn and just have some fun with it. So hopefully I'll be able to make some more videos on it now that I also know how to get it to record pretty well. That was one of those challenges. And I can even stream it pretty well as well. So that challenge is completed for me. Yeah, I mean, other than that, you know, you're going to see a whole bunch of other stuff still back on my channel as I start trying to get back in there and trying to get more content for everybody. But, you know, real life comes first. Things happen. It's been busy for me this past year. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of back and forth. So I will bring out as much as I possibly can. And hopefully you guys still stick around and enjoy. And I'll catch you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed this little background bit of me on my one run. Just one of my runs. And until the next episode, if you will, I will catch you guys soon. And you can say hi to Keanu Reeves for me since he was running this mission with me. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later.